All right, greetings everyone, and welcome back to some more Modern Horizons draft. It's kind of a little bit of a tougher pick here. I think I'm leaning towards just taking the Magus, or not. I want to say Magus of the Bazaar, but that's not it. That's a different card. I'm thinking of taking Bazaar Trade Mage here. None of the commons scream out to me as like something I must take, and nor do the uncommons. Like, I don't want to devote myself to green if I can. Otherwise, you saw how badly we got beaten by Squirrel Nest. Card can be really good, but we'll take the flyer. All right, pack two. Pack two, we've got a couple of different options here. There's the Masticore, Iceberg Cankrix, Igneous Elemental, and Magmatic Sinkhole, I think, are the cards that stand out to me the most. Of those cards, I like Igneous Elemental the best. I think it's between Igneous Elemental or Magmatic Sinkhole. I'm going to take the Elemental. We'll see. So red-blue, if we're doing red-blue, the strategy is to draw additional cards to trigger your Ikites and Spinehorn Minotaurs, and you want a lot of cards with cycling. You want to be able to always make sure you have an extra card you can draw, and you want to try and play like aggressive tempo with it. It's kind of fun. I haven't actually done it yet, I don't think, in all of the times I've drafted Modern Horizons. So we'll see. Okay, in this pack, there's another Magmatic Sinkhole, a Cordial Vampire, Snow-Covered Island, Astrolabe. I'm going to take the Vampire, because like doing blue-black or black-red, or even blue-red at this point, if we're getting past a card that's this good, maybe people are sleeping on it or thinking other people aren't going to be in black, but I'm going to take it. If black is open and I can run Cordial Vampire, I absolutely will. Okay. In this pack, I'm seeing there's the Snow Swamp, there's the Ninjas, there's a Lava Dart, and technically a Chiller Pillar. Kind of like Ninja the New Moon. Phantom Ninja also could be very good. But I really like Ninja of the New Moon. We'll take Ninja of the New Moon. We might just be doing ninjas again. We'll see. Okay, in this pack, we have a Defile. There's a Spinehorn Minotaur. There's an Iceberg Cankrix, but we're definitely not in the snow deck. There's also Universal Automaton, which is very good because it can be a vampire for Cordial Vampire. We also don't usually mind if it dies. I think the plan here is to take Defile, though, because Defile is very good removal, and we're already going to be kind of heavy in black, I think. Okay. In this pack, I kind of like First Sphere Gargantua the most. I think that's what helps us out. So we'll take that. Okay. So in this pack, there's an Ikite, an Island, Pyrophobia, Rank Officer. I like Rank Officer a lot, but Pyrophobia is really good removal, and so is Lava Dart. Plus, we do have an Igneous Elemental. I think, while the Trade Mage is good, like, it's good because it helps us dump, like, Gargantua and stuff. I'm going to take the Pyrophobia. Alright. And we get a Bogarden Dragonheart. That is an excellent Aristocrats-style creature. And look, there's a Rank Officer that comes around anyway. If we can get a Lava Dart or like a Prismatic Vista would be amazing, or any sort of thing that would let us discard a land or so, this becomes way better. It's not terrible at 6 mana. It's not great, though. At 4 mana, it's amazing. I mean, Alpine Guide can actually get us a mountain, and if it attacks and dies, we have to sack a mountain. So we do have a couple of larger drop creatures. I think I'm fine taking Alpine Guide. Quakefoot Cyclops is okay. Snow Swamp is good. Universal Automaton came all the way around. Shenanigans in the sideboard, just in case you need shenanigan-y things. And a Spore Frog. The Fog Frog. Alright, pack 2. We're pretty easily going to take Endling here. This card does so much work. Also can be very good, giving it Undying, sacking it to like Dragonheart or something like that. Yeah, we'll take that. In this pack, we got another Igneous Elemental. Goblin War Party can be very good if we're going wide. Smoke Shaper is not bad. Kind of sad we're passing a Factor Fiction here, because Factor Fiction's a really good card, but I think we take the Elemental. This card's just very good if you can turn it on with any amount of consistency. So we'll keep an eye out for cards that would let us do that. In this pack, we're kind of looking at Goatnap or Altar of Dementia, and I'm really looking at Altar of Dementia at the moment. We have a lot of creatures with a lot of power, so we could actually like combo mill out our opponent. And I see Goatnaps going around, so like those aren't usually picked that highly. And so if we can curve an Altar of Dementia into a Goatnap and steal a Shapeshifter, we're just going to mill our opponent out. It's going to be sweet. Alrighty, in this pack, I think Silumgar Scavenger is the pick. Return from Extinction could work very well for us, because we're probably going to be sacrificing a lot of creatures. But I like the Scavenger here. It can be very powerful very quickly. We would not mind picking up like we'd like 2, maybe 3 Putrid Goblins if we can find them. I'm kind of sad we have to pass this Lava Dart, but Bogarden Dragonheart's where we want to be. I'll take pretty much as many of these guys as I can get, like up to 4. But if we could get like a Masticore or a Putrid Goblin or anything with Persist, it could be very good. So Spinehorn Minotaur is the only creature we can actually cast. We do have a couple of things that will cycle and draw cards. First Sphere, Quakefoot. Actually, yeah, literally just a couple. So we'll take this card. Another Silumgar Scavenger. Okay, that's whenever it leaves the battlefield. We'll take the Scavenger. Yeah, I'll take a Dragonheart. Hopefully we get those Goatnaps. I don't know why that ear itches so much. Yeah, we're fine to take like a Return from Extinction here. We've got some zombies, we got some ninjas. Wow, white must be really open. I don't think we would be playing any white cards here. If we were playing a white card, it'd probably be Vesperlark. We'll take another Quakefoot Cyclops. I don't know if we're running it. Probably not. Collected Conjuring, because it's a rare I don't have, even though it's really bad. And trust me, I've tried to make this work. I don't think we're playing 2 Return from Extinction, so I will take an Unearth. It could be very good. Like, we can Unearth Bogarden Dragonheart and sack something we don't need to get in for a bunch of damage. We're still missing, like, we would like some Putrid Goblins and Sling Gang Lieutenants. That's what this deck really needs. Alrighty. In this pack, it's kind of sad because Waterlogged Grove is definitely worth something. I think Undead Augur is our best card here. We have a number of zombies. 1, 2, 3, potentially 4, 5, 6. 5, potentially 6. I think we take Undead Augur. I'm passing out on about $5 passing that Waterlogged Grove, but we need this card. Changeling Outcast is very good. I don't see anything else that I like itching that I need, so we'll take Changeling Outcast. In this pack, I guess we take Volatile Claws. There is some tribal synergies, and it does synergize with Altar of Dementia. We don't really need Sand Sprinter or Bladeback Sliver, so we'll take Volatile Claws. There's a Goat Nap. I don't think we need another rank officer. We already have one. Yeah, we'll take the Goat Nap. We have 4 free sack outlets, so Goat Nap is probably going to be very good on average. In fact, if I get a second one, I will probably run it over a number of other cards that I have. Not as much in this pack. We could take a Fountain of Ichor. I don't think we need it. Is a Ladmary's Call worth anything? I don't think so. No, it is not, so we will not take it. We'll take an Umezawa's Charm. You never know, we might need it. Alright, in this pack we have Pillage. Can't play Astrolabe, we have 1 Snowland. I guess we take a Headless Spectre. We could take a Morphous Axe. That is good with Altar of Dementia, and it is good with like Cordial Vampire and Undead Augur. So I guess we take that. Alright, a Persist creature. We will definitely take the Persist creature. I don't think we can play more than 1 Gargantua. Plus, this is another way to get a land into the grave for Igneous Elemental. Being on theme, it's very nice. I guess we take Scrapyard Recombiner. It can tutor for a Shapeshifter, or not a Shapeshifter, a Changeling, so literally just Changeling Outcast or Universal Automaton, but I don't think we're playing it. Ransack the Lab could be good. I think we're just going to take another First Sphere Gargantua. Strike what I said before. Snow Mountain. Snow Mountain. Card we're not going to play. Snowland. Card we're not going to play. And the Fog Frog. Okay. So we got to make some cuts. Since we don't have a lot of token production, which is actually, that's kind of bad for us, I think we have to cut Volatile Claws. There are some synergies, but I think on average we're not going to be going wide enough for it to be super valuable. It's nice with Undead Augur. It's nice with Cordial Vampire. Actually, you know what? That's a huge mistake. We can't take that card out. That card's nuts. What was I saying? I don't like Ninja the New Moon as much in this deck. We don't get any value from just replaying a creature necessarily, other than like a rank officer. But it's just not synergistic otherwise. We're keeping Alpine Guide, Lesser Masticore, because those are the ways we get lands into the grave to decrease the cost of our Igneous Elementals. We did not get any cycling lands, which is very sad. We need to cut 2 cards. So hopefully, ideally, these are 4-drops, and our curve looks something more like this. So we need a lot of black mana. A lot of black mana early. We could cut Unearth. No, I like Unearth. I think we have to cut a creature or 2 here. The question is, what do we cut? We can cut a first Sphere Gargantua. And why is this so tough? We'll cut Return from Extinction. We'll bring it in a grindier matchup. This wants 8 and 8. Because we have double black costs early, I guess we do have double red costs. Pretty near to that. Alright, let's try running it like this. Let's see what happens here. See you guys in round 1. And welcome to round 1. That didn't take long at all. Alright, I can work with this hand. We'll keep. Opponent starts Forest. We'll start Swamp and Automaton. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Merit Lage's Slumber. We get a Bogarden Dragonheart. So let's get in for 1. And we'll play an Altar of Dementia. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Plays an Astrolabe. They get to scry and then draw. It's a nice opt there. And they got a Eula, Queen Among Bears. Alright, I don't know about y'all, but I think that Queen Among Bears needs to go. That card can get very out of hand. So we'll get in for 1. Play Changeling Outcast. Pass the turn. I think our best draw would be like Cordial Vampire. Okay, so opponent plays a Mother Bear. We draw Undead Augur. So let's play a mountain, go to combat, get in for 1. Then we're going to play Rank Officer, and I think we got to discard Bogarden Dragonheart, because we do have a sack outlet. It's not an aggressive one, but opponent's going to flash in Ice Fang Quaddle. They go scrying, then they draw. They play a Webweaver Changeling. They get in for 1 in the air, that's fine. We draw Dragonheart. Well, it doesn't actually do a whole lot here, so let's play the Augur. We'll go ahead and sack the Automaton, draw a card. Get a Lesser Masticore. Alright. Get in for 1. Pass the turn. See what our opponent does. Saddled Rhymestag. They're going to play On Thin Ice. They're going to target our Undead Augur. So let's sack our zombie token. Get a Quakefoot Cyclops. Sack the Augur, I guess. Get a land. We mill 2 snow permanents, which is kind of good. On Thin Ice has nothing to exile. Do we want to block? If we block, we definitely sack and mill, so let's do this. We'll activate Rank Officer. Exile Dragonheart. Opponent loses 2 life. Then we'll sack it to Altered Dementia. Mill Chiller Pillar and an Eyesight Golem. Untap, we draw a Swamp. So play the Swamp. Play the Masticore, discard Swamp. Play the Dragonheart. Get in for 1. Pass. Opponent plays a Webweaver Changeling. Okay, our priority has switched to totally milling our opponent out. So we are going to block with the Masticore. Sack it to have our opponent mill 2. We draw a first Sphere Gargantua, which will be very good. Play the Quakefoot Cyclops. Say these can't block, but we're not attacking, I don't think. Well, we can attack with the Changeling Outcast, but it's not going to do much. Pass the turn. Opponent gets up to 7 snow permanents. They get to scry. They put a card on top. They make some bears. We'll block like this. Sack this here. Make that huge. Take no damage. We can mill our opponent for 9, and if we draw a land, we kill them. Okay, we get a Scavenger. Opponent's going to hit us for a lot, though. So if they play a creature, we block here. Are we dead? 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. We go to 1. So we cannot play the first Sphere Gargantua. We need a different creature. Oh, actually. No, that doesn't work. One life away from killing our opponent. Dang. Alright, game 2. So our opponent has a bunch of big creatures. I think we want the other first Sphere Gargantua. Maybe not. Maybe not running this is a mistake. I don't know. We did see Astrolabes, but I don't think Shenanigans is worth bringing in. Is it worth slowing our deck down to run any of these? Probably not. Let's just run it back. We were very close that game. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep this. We have access to Defile turn 1. He'll play Axe on 2, Dragonheart on 3, Goat Nap something, hit them with it, and sack. Should be good, right? Start Swamp, pass the turn. Opponent starts Icehide Golem. We draw Cordial Vampire. Play the Axe. Pass the turn. Now we'd like to draw another Swamp. They got a Bear. Hit us for 2. There's the other Swamp. I don't think we change course, though. I think we still have to play this. If we could draw a third Swamp, that'd be amazing. No bears, please. They get in for 2, no blocks. We get a mountain. So let's go goat napping, or bear napping. It's a lot ballsier than goat napping. Go to combat. Get in. Sack the bear. Hit our opponent for 4. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest. Gonna get in for 2, that's fine. Okay. We draw an Igneous Elemental. Okay. Suit this up with the Axe. Play Cordial Vampire. Get in for 5. Now if we draw a land, we're going to hit our opponent for a ton of damage. If we Defile, we're still going to do the same thing, and our opponent scoops it up. It's very awkward. I think they're a 3-color deck, and they were stuck on only green. Yeah, no changes. Just run it back. This looks like it might be very good. We will keep. They start Icehide Golem. Start Mountain. Pass the turn. They play another island. They have an Astrolabe. They get in for 2. We draw a Silumgar Scavenger. I think we gotta burn the Golem here. Slow down the clock a little bit. They got a forest. Into a Frostwalla. Play a mountain. Play Dragonheart. Pass the turn. Opponent's thinking. Play an island. They play a Rhyme Stag. They get in for 2. Not pumping it. And a Cancrix. We draw a Volatile Claws. Play a Swamp. Play an Axe. Pass the turn. Our hand might be too slow. Yeah, I think our hand might be too slow. Because that is a big stag. We're going to take at least 6, probably 8. Yup. First sphere Gargantua, still a little slow. I'll play the Scavenger. No exploit here. Opponent plays an Abominable Treefolk. They're going to tap the Dragonheart and mill us. The mill a Dragonheart. So we can actually block Frostwalla and kill it here? The problem is I don't think we can get that Treefolk. We can play Igneous Elemental and have Defile. I think that has to be good enough. I don't know if it is good enough, it has to be in order for us to win. So we kill the Elk. Pass the turn. We'll have to use Defile to shrink this Treefolk. If they have another snow permanent... Okay, they're cycling Krosan Tusker, likely to get a snow land. Yep. Okay. That mills us, makes the Treefolk bigger. We lose Endling and Goatnap. Opponent attacks. We block. Then we have to Defile to make that small enough to kill. Scavenger gets bigger. They play a Talisman. 1 snow mana for what? Stream of Thought. They're going to mill us. They're going to put up to 4 cards back in their deck. We lose some of our Grave Recursion and a good sack outlet. But we're somehow going to have to win with damage here. We draw land, which means we can play First Sphere Gargantua. We will not be able to unearth it unless we can gain life somehow. We gain a card in hand. Okay, so we hit our opponent for 5 in the air. Oh, never mind, that doesn't fly. And we're not willing to sack the Gargantua. I think we just have to have our opponent drawing dead here. Merit Lodge's Slumber mills us. They scry, but otherwise it doesn't do anything yet. We lose an Igneous Elemental and our other Silumgar Scavenger, which is very saddening. And they make some bears. We draw a Rank Officer. So that can gum up the ground if we discard this land, and we can have Volatile Claws for a bigger attack next turn. We can sack the token, leave back Gargantua and Rank Officer to block. Get in for... That'd be 4-8 this turn? Yeah, that's definitely what we do then. Play Rank Officer. Because we can't kill him this turn. Discard Mountain. Sack the zombie. Make these bigger. Get in for 8. Pass the turn. Our opponent has to find a way to get 1 damage in to kill us this turn, or they lose. Webweaver Changeling. They do have 3 creature cards in grave. That sucks. That also has Reach, which is very bad for us. We draw a Snow Swamp. Play the Snow Swamp. Equip the Scavenger. Attack for 7 in the air. Take our opponent to 7. And we pass. Block like this. Awesome. We won round 1. I'll see you guys in round 2. Alrighty. Round 2. Here we go. We'd love to play first. I think this is a fairly okay hand. We can cycle Unearth here. Yeah, we'll keep. We're against Termagurf. Oh my goodness, Termagurf. Hey, 0, it's Termagurf. I love it. Oh, opponent, you are a genius. Start Swamp, play the Outcast, pass the turn. Opponent starts Fairy Seer. They are likely doing something better than we are. They did mulligan, it looks like, to 6. Actually, I think it might have been lower than that. They started with 5 cards in hand, so hopefully they're a not great set of 5 cards. We'll play a Snow-Covered Mountain. Attack for 1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. They attack for 1. No ninjutsu, please. Sweet. Alright, we'll cycle Unearth. We get Defile. Defile is good. Endling is okay. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. We will do this at the beginning of combat. I got a Phantom Ninja. Another Igneous Elemental. Unfortunately, no ways to get lands into the grave. We're going to keep attacking, because that's all Changeling Outcast can do. And then we're going to pass the turn and pump fake that we've got something good. Would not mind an Alpine Guide here. Another Swamp would also be good. But I'm going to take us to 17. Oh, gross. Moonblade Shinobi, they're going to get a 1-1. Well, their clock is increasing, and we haven't drawn anything yet. Bogarden Dragonheart. There's a card. We'll play that. Go to combat. Get in for 1. This might discourage them from attacking with Moonblade Shinobi. Might not. We'll see. String of Disappearances. Well, opponent's going to get in another hit with Moonblade Shinobi, which is bad. Kind of hoping we draw a Swamp and then a Mountain at this point. Not sure if it would be enough. They have their own Changeling Outcast. Yeah, at this point I don't think we can recover. So we're going to go ahead and move to game 2. So our opponent is playing a ton of low drops. Unfortunately, we have no way to reset the board. I think this does mean we want Umezawa's Charm, though, just as additional removal. And I think we want it over First Sphere Gargantua. Yeah, we'll try it like this. We'll try and keep a faster hand, if possible. Alright, we'll play first. No, we will mulligan. This is extremely medium. We have like 2 cards in hand that are effectively not there, so I think this is about the same as mulliganing to 5. So we're going to go to 5. Okay. Put back those 2. Hope this is enough. We're going to start playing swamps because we could draw Cordial Vampire or Defile first. Okay, so we'll play a mountain. We are, in all likelihood, going to cycle Quakefoot Cyclops this turn. Yep. We get a Goat Nap. Opponent gets a face down card. We draw a mountain, play a swamp, play Alpine Guide. Go and get our other snow mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Phantom Ninja. We draw an Earth. I think we cycle on Earth. Nothing. Okay, well, we have to attack, so we're going to attack. There's approximately a 3% chance our opponent double blocks, and yep, that's not happening. Kind of what we expected. They have a Throat Seeker. That's really bad versus us. Okay, opponent gains some life. We untap. We draw Changeling Outcast. Play a mountain. Play the Changeling. We'll get in for 3. No blocks from our opponent. Pass the turn. So our best bet here would be like a Bogarden Dragonheart. We could Goat Nap Throat Seeker. Get in for a bunch of damage. Gain some life back, and then sack it so they don't have it. Okay, our opponent is getting in for 10. We go to 6. They're gaining a whole bunch of life. Silumgar Scavenger. And we are 1 mana off of Goat Napping and Scavenging. If we take this, we can gain 4. The problem is we have to attack with everything. We're going to 10 and they're attacking for 10, so we can't actually Goat Nap. I think that means we have to play Scavenger, sack Outcast, and try, hopefully, to stay back and block, but I don't think that's going to work. So we'll go to combat, we'll attack and attack. Hit our opponent for 4. Play Scavenger, exploit. If we exploit the guide and we draw an Igneous Elemental, that does make 2 draws in our deck better. We don't need all of this mana, hopefully. Yep, unfortunately, that means we're dead. Yep. Well, opponent had a very good deck. We had some derpy draws. Unfortunate. Let's move to round 3. Alrighty, round 3, we are on the draw. We have a 1-drop, we can cycle on 2, and we have a 3 with all of the mana we theoretically need, so we'll keep. Opponent starts Swamp. We draw Scavenger, start Outcast, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. Plays an Undead Augur. We draw Pyrophobia, which means that's what we're doing this turn. Minimizing the number of draws our opponent can get off of Augur. Get in for 1. Take our opponent to 18. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest and a Venomous Changeling. We draw another Dragonheart. So, play Dragonheart. Get in for 1. Take our opponent to 17, pass the turn. Opponent has a Mother Bear. They getting in for 1. Okay, no blocks. We draw a Volatile Claws. Okay. So let's play a Swamp. Play another Dragonheart. Leave up a Swamp so we consistently can fake Defile. Get in for 1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Tranquil Thicket tapped and plays a Treetop Ambusher, not dashed. We draw Swamp. So play a Swamp. They don't have anything with reach, so we'll play Silumgar Scavenger. We will exploit the Changeling Outcast. Silumgar Scavenger trigger. Go to combat. Hit our opponent for 3. They have a Mob. Okay. It's pretty bad for us. Opponent's going to attack for 5. Sure. We go to 14. Hopefully this means we can Quakefoot Cyclops and prevent our opponent from blocking entirely this turn. Feaster of Fools. Gonna sack the bear. Just the bear. We draw Defile. So we can use that to kill one thing. I think it's still worth actually casting this rather than cycling it. We're going to say Feaster of Fools cannot block. Go to combat. Get in for 4. Take our opponent to 12. Depending on how this goes, we could potentially kill our opponent next turn. Depending on how they decide to attack. Okay, they get in for 5. And they play a Bellowing Elk. We draw a Snow-Covered Mountain. So we play the mountain. Pass the turn. We can Defile to kill the elk. Okay, no blocks from us. We'll go to 4. We just need another creature, and then for our opponent to not have removal. We'll kill the elk. Untap. We draw Cordial Vampire. That works. Then we Volatile Claws. Sack Quakefoot Cyclops. Sack Cordial Vampire. We lose a little bit power and toughness here, but I think it's still enough to kill our opponent with. It is not. And this does not have flying and haste. Alright, you got us, opponent. I had to defile. So versus our opponent's deck. Yeah, we just run it back. We don't have anything to sideboard for this. Alright, we'll play first. This seems like it might be okay. We'll keep. Start Swamp Automaton. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest. Passes. We draw Unearth. Play a Mountain. Go to combat. We'll get in for 1. So we're going to hold up Defile and Unearth Cycle here. Opponent going to play a Swamp into a Mother Bear. Go cycling. We get a Mountain. We draw Scavenger, so play the Mountain. Play Alpine Guide. Get a Mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent has a Venomous Changeling. Passes, we draw Cordial Vampire. So play Altar of Dementia. Go to combat. Must attack with Alpine Guide. Okay. We'll Defile to shrink it to keep the guide alive. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks for 2, no blocks. They're going to Ninjutsu Azra Smoke Shaper. Okay. Lets him get in for an extra point of damage there. And then they're going to replay Mother Bear. So we draw a Mountain. So we go to combat. Attack for 3. No blocks from our opponent. Play a Mountain. Play Scavenger. We're going to exploit... Oh, I should have done this pre-combat, I guess. Unless I want to sack the guide. Sacking the guide is probably very bad, so we'll sack the automaton. I missed 3 damage there. That's horrible. I'm so sorry, everybody. It's okay, we'll make this work. Opponent has a Treetop Ambusher. And a Feaster of Fools. Kind of hoping we draw Goat Nap. That'd be pretty epic here. We draw Swamp. Swamp is good. So we play Swamp. Play first Sphere Gargantua. Draw a card, lose a life. It's a rank officer. Go to combat. Attack with Alpine Guide. Opponent blocks. We will sack it to Altar of Dementia. Silumgar Scavenger gets bigger. We have to sack a Mountain. Our opponent mills 3. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. And does not attack. Draw a Mountain. Well, in that case, play Rank Officer. Discard Mountain. No attacks. Pass the turn. Destroy all creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. Okay. Sack the zombie. Mill our opponent. Sack the rank officer. Mill our opponent. We at least now have a really big Silumgar Scavenger. We can also mill our opponent for a grand total of 16 or more. 17, I think. Our opponent is very close to dead. Actually, with Cordial Vampire, they might be. If we draw Black Source, that is. No attacks from our opponent. We draw a mountain. So, play Cordial Vampire. Play the mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent goes down to 18 cards in library. They play an Undead Augur. Okay, I think that hurts them more than it helps. We draw a Snow Swamp. So we can sack, mill them for 5. On Earth, sack, mill them for 5. This increases by 1. Mill them for 7, mill them for 2. Or whatever. Yeah, that should be enough. Sack this to Altar of Dementia. Increase our creatures in size. Replay first Sphere Gargantua. Opponent has a Yawgmoth. Sack, mill it for 5. These do not get bigger. Okay. And we got him. A good old Altar of Dementia kill. Yeah. Then we just gotta mill him out again. Or kill him. Either way. We cannot keep a one-lander. We're going to 6. This is very close to being good. I think we can keep... I don't want to put a land back. I'm going to put back Quakefoot Cyclops. Okay, opponent plays a swamp. We play a swamp and an automaton. Come on, swamp off the top. Swamp off the top is so good. Umezawa's Charm, taking out the 1/1. Okay, swamp off the top would have been less good, but still better than just playing a mountain. So we pass. They play a Tranquil Thicket. Swamp. Oh no. This is not good. Opponent has a Bellowing Elk. Come on, swamp. Oh my god, we're cursed. Can't kill their elk because we haven't drawn a second swamp. We're going to take so much extra damage. Go to 16. Alright, at least it's a creature that can be played. Pass the turn. Opponent's just drawing all the lands. Yeah, I'm willing to trade. We can't kill it because we don't have a swamp. Okay. If it's any consolation, it looks like our opponent only has the 1 creature. Oh, thank God, something we can cast. Play this. I think we pitch Volatile Claws. Pass the turn. Come on, swamp. We need to get down this Undead Augur now. 6 mana. Feaster of Fools. No sack. We're going to get in for 4. We go to 12. Garden Dragonheart. Play the Dragonheart. Leave up Defile for 1. Worst Defile North America. We'll get in for 3. No trade from the opponent. Take him to 17. Pass the turn. Leave the Dragonheart back on defense. Man, what is our opponent holding? Sack the zombie. I have to file for 4. Okay. Yep, we lose the dragon heart. We lost the zombie too. Go to 9. Come on, this is very quickly getting out of hand. We need to draw running swamps. Let's go. Pass the turn, because we can't play anything that's in our hand. Swamp solves all of our problems except this one. Shoot. Oh, now I think we're just dead. Opponent gets in for 7. Yeah, swamp doesn't do it now. We would need... And as if to spite us, we get another mountain. Wow. So we can play a mountain, we can play scavenger, we can block the elk and die. That's the most depressing end to a league we've had yet. After such a strong start, too. How many mountains were in that deck? 8? We were 8 and 8. Oh, I should have gone 7 and 9. Because that wasn't the only time that happened. Note to self, if I draft a deck that looks like this, concede match. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you like the video and you want to see more like it, you can subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. Leave a comment, let me know. You can also follow me on Twitch. Same username as you see me on here. When you want to catch me live, when I'm streaming. So, alright, well, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!